So yeah, I've got the first image up here, which should be, let me just get that. That should be the one. Is it Amy Smith? Is that the model's name? And
yeah, from Giselle.
Yeah, and Andy Park was the photographer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is one like we was talking about color and stuff. And I mean, this one, when I was going through and making some of the selects and all that, I mean, this one really jumps out. What was the kind of idea behind the shoot, behind the look?
Well, to be honest, that was kind of driven by me, because I'd shot with Amy on another shoot with Erica actually, and a lot of the close-up images we were getting, I just thought you'd be so beautiful for a beauty shoot. You know, you've got these amazing features, these big eyes, big lips, really clear, nice skin. So I knew that I wanted to shoot some beauty with her. So I'd spoken to her if she wanted to, and then an opportunity became available where Andy wanted to shoot some beauty, and my ideas fit with his ideas. I sort of had this colour scheme, and I showed him some images of like poses and how I expected it to look, the final image. And yeah, we both liked the idea, and then obviously Amy liked the idea. And I think, if I remember rightly, it was just sort of colours at first, and then I went onto Pinterest and I found some makeup looks that sort of were along the same lines. I knew I wanted to do something graphic again because she had that nice eye space, and just from the colours that I had when she was in front of me, just sort of free-handed. So that was just sort of on the spot. I hadn't planned exactly the look that I was going to do. I just knew that I wanted it to be graphic and which colours that I wanted to use. So
so you knew about the colours like beforehand, because obviously you've got the background matching, say like the eye shadow. So there was that was Andy, yeah. So there were certain bits that were kind of planned before, and then when you got there, it was kind of going with it.
Yeah. So it was just sort of a general feel of what we wanted the images to look like and the colours that I wanted to use. And then once I was there, I just sort of drew that freehand, and then we were looking at different colour backdrops, and Andy had like a few different colours to choose from, and I think we tried out a couple of different ones, maybe a deeper red and a lighter colour, and it just popped so much with that colour that we were like, yeah, we'll go with that one. And maybe Andy might have even deepened the background, I think, in post-production. So it really did make the image pop.
Yeah. Well, no, another thing with the image as well, because I know you're saying about then as looking through before it and then looking at ideas for like poses and that. And I think one of the things as well is the pose as well. Was that something when you're there shooting again? Because I mean, it's drawing everything into the face and the focus again on a face. Is that something that while you're there, is it something that just naturally happens? Sometimes it does, or is it something that was one of the bits of inspo you've seen, something like that?
I think that was some of the pictures that I'd found on Pinterest. It was sort of that style with similar lighting and posing and things. But then Andy is very thorough with things, so he'll try lots of different lighting styles and like shoot from below and above, and try lots of different things to get what will look the best. And he's got like a big massive screen, the images really like close up and know whether it's working or not, and then all together picked which setup that we like the best.
So that was something you kind of narrowed it down to some certain angles, some setups and that. And then as you're shooting that, did you know again like that with that kind of crop and that you kind of, we know we've got it, that's what we want?
Most of like the crop and everything, that's all Andy. But before we got the images back, we sat and looked through the computer and chose which were the strongest ones, and he showed us what they would look like cropped. So yeah, that was his idea to crop him.
Okay. And how long does a look like that take to do when you're setting up?
I think that was quite quick. I think I remember Andy saying that it was quite quick because we did quite a few looks, and I think that was more towards the end, I'm sure. I can't remember now. Memory's not that good. But I think she already had the base on, so it was just a matter of drawing the eye on. So it didn't take that long, even though it sort of looks quite fiddly and everything, it just flows. So it's quick. It's quite quick to do something like that.